Hello everyone, Nelagon here. I wanted to put out a video that reflects a few main suggestions I have for World vs. World changes that might help to curb some of the raffle stomping we saw this past weekend. My main goal is to help ensure that servers getting steamrolled can put up a bit more of a fight while also making it more of a challenge to take and hold the individual server's own borderlands without directly penalizing a server if they have more people active. I plan to keep this as short and to the point as possible. Also keep in mind that these are in no particular order. Suggestion number 1. Team-based population limits on maps. Now, I'm not sure how the hardware works on the server side, or if this is already in place, but bear with me here. The amount of players per map in World vs. World is said to be 500, with some rumors saying it has been increased. I can't confirm or deny that. My suggestion in this case is adjusting player caps for each of the maps. If 500 is the limit, then for the Eternal Battlegrounds, make it 150 player soft cap per server. That would total 450 players with a 50-player float. So, theoretically, each server would have a hard cap of 200 possible if there's no other overflow. In the Borderlands, the defending home team would have a soft cap of 200, with the other teams having a soft cap of 100. This would leave a 100-player float to be utilized by the other teams. It's my opinion that this would help encourage teams attacking the Borderlands to utilize strategy. Any keeps taken and held in enemy territory is fully earned. I think it would also lessen the occurrence of the massive zergs we saw this past beta weekend event. Suggestion number 2. Player supply drop-offs with cash incentives. One of the main complaints people have been having of World vs. World is how it often leads to being broke and unable to afford repairs. This suggestion hopes to alleviate that while also helping to encourage fighting between keeps rather than at gates. The Doliac supply caravans are fine, but this would allow groups of players to supply keeps for a modest cash reward, at least enough for a repair of their gear at their level. However, there would be no cash if you personally delivered the supply to a defense yourself or used it to build a siege weapon. The thing is, with players moving the distance between keeps and supply camps, it makes them more vulnerable to roving packs of enemy players. This would, theoretically, lead to fights between keeps as players try to supply a keep under siege while groups of enemy players stop them, similar to what is possible now but with the added benefit of personal gain, which everyone loves. And suggestion number 3, a defender bonus. This is a buff that applies only to the defenders in their home borderland. I'm thinking of mainly a slight combat speed buff, Defender's Drive or something similar. Just a buff that would allow defenders to respond to multiple encroachments on their home. Again, this isn't intended to punish attackers, but to make it a challenge to invade a server's home. Another bonus could possibly be making it slightly cheaper for those owning the borderland to get keep and supply upgrades. It being their home, it would only make sense that these defenders would know the land better. These are just a few suggestions I have for adjusting World vs. World to maybe a bit more balanced for players. I'd love to hear other people's suggestions, and I might do a follow-up video later with some of the better ones. But until then, my friends, game on and take care.